In this video, I'm going to be talking about verification. So it's going to be a bit vague because verification depends on the institution that you're going to. Like the types of documents that will be needed varies based on your institution. But being selected for verification on your FAFSA doesn't mean that you've done anything wrong. It's just that the school needs to confirm the information that you listed is correct before they can award you with federal aid. You don't have to resolve verification. You might have to provide a statement listing that you understand that by not completing verification, you don't receive federal aid for that award year. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't even have to complete the FAFSA if you don't want to receive any federal aid. But if it is selected for verification, your student aid report or your SAR will let you know. Your institution will also let you know. And they'll also let you know the documentation that they'll need. Typically, it's going to ask you to confirm your financial information. So, for example, on the 2018-2019 FAFSA, they want to confirm your 2016 financial information. This may be resolved from having the data retrieval tool being utilized. So if you utilize that, you didn't change any information, then there's a chance we don't need your tax information. If you did edit any information, we may ask you to go back to your FAFSA and use the data retrieval tool again, but not to amend anything. If you've done that successfully, then we don't need it, but we could need your tax transcripts. And there's a website where you can access that. This is free. It doesn't cost anything to get your tax transcript. If you owe the IRS money, you can still get your tax transcript. There's not a cost for that. I know there is occasionally, I think there might be a fee, or it might take a little bit longer for processing time for current tax transcripts, but with the prior year implementation, we're not going to be asking for current tax year transcripts. You can request these at any time. It takes a maximum of 10 business days to receive. It's from the IRS website, so it's secure. It is going to ask for your personal information, like your social security number, date of birth, and your address. Then it will ask you for the type of transcript that you need and the award year, or I think it is award year, that you need it for. And just ensure you're selecting the correct documents. If you're not sure, you can refer to any emails that you received from the financial office, or you can contact the financial administrator just to confirm which document is needed. Sometimes people have issues requesting the document online. There is a way for you to get it via mail. That is actually the option that could take 10 business days. If you receive it online, then you can receive it instantaneously. With, let's say the data retrieval tool site is down because it has been before just for maintenance, then you can request the transcript on the 4506T form, and you can just search that right now. You'll input your personal information in the top section. You can put on line 5 the institution if you'd like to have it mailed to them, and then on the next section it's going to ask you for, it's line 6 is going to ask for like what type of document that you need. So for example, you'd select 1040, and then on line 6A, it's going to say what type of document you need, and you just say tax return transcript. The remaining portion you wouldn't list, that way it doesn't get confused on how many documents you need. And then on the last line in that section, you would list that it's for the tax year December 31st of 2016, since you would need 2016 tax year information. Then you would sign the form, tick off the box that says you test the information, and then you would actually mail that to the IRS, or you can fax it to them. On the next page below that information that you're inputting, it's going to let you know which IRS address is associated with your state. And again, it takes about 10 business days for you to receive it. Then you can provide it to your institution, and that can resolve the tax portion of it. Typically, schools also want to confirm your household size, so there could be a document that you just need to list, like these are the family members, or dependent students. You'd have to list your parents on the document, even if you don't live with them. And when you're completing the FAFSA, you aren't supposed to list that your parents are in college. If you did, we can amend that with any documentation we receive, or you can amend it yourself. And on the verification document, you just don't want to list that your parents are enrolled in college if it asks you for that. But there are some other documents. It just depends on the type of verification that you have and the institution that you're going to. So for certain types of verification, those documents might not even be needed, but your institution's also are always going to let you know whenever anything is needed, and it's important that you complete this in a timely manner. That way your institution can award you with your federal aid. If you were to just really prolong the experience, then you could not be eligible for any federal aid in that award year. At my institution, once the academic year ends, we cannot award any stafford loans. That academic year ended. It's not something we can do. So it's important to complete it in a timely manner, to, answer when your advisor calls you, and always check your emails, because this is important. This is how we're going to cover your tuition, and you don't want to have any adverse consequences of not receiving federal aid just because you weren't checking your email. And if you have any questions, always ask, because you can ask why we need this information. It's not a problem. It's just something that we're required to do. And if you have any types of verification questions for me, I have no problem answering them. But like I said, it depends on your institution, so I don't know everything that you're supposed to complete, but certain documents they need, it could be required. But please feel free to let me know. And thank you again for watching.